For many breast cancer survivors, the race to the finish line doesn't end with the completion of treatment or when they hear those words, cancer-free. Many survivors find themselves fighting battles of a different sort, and they are often battles kept private. Tonight, one woman is sharing her very personal story with us in hopes that it will draw attention to a part of breast cancer that most people don't think of. Lynn Dablow has a lot in life that makes her happy.
Take one more little walk, okay?
Her farm, her family, and a whole lot of friends. But 3 years ago, 2 words changed Lynn's life: breast cancer.
I elected to have a bilateral mastectomy, and that was then followed by what they called a conservative round of chemo.
We followed Lynn as she fought breast cancer, a second surgery to remove lymph nodes.
I have to look away when this happens.
Okay. The day she shaved her hair before the chemo took it from her.
This is really the first time that I've been able to kind of be ahead of it and make my own choice.
Her friends rallied around her. They even raced for the cure. And then came 2 more words, the words Lynn had been waiting for: cancer-free. They too were followed by change, but not what you'd expect.
I felt like I was losing myself. I was starting to get Lynn back, and then I was lost again. I was lost again.
Lynn was in a very dark place. Her relationships with friends and family began to suffer.
Pretty much I just said something has to give. I can't go on this way.
Lynn was lonely, but not alone.
I have a number of patients who will tell me that getting through the cancer treatment was the easy part, and life after cancer is actually more difficult.
Dr. Tafaya Haddad, an oncologist and professor at the University of Minnesota, says most women experience problems, either from the drugs or the stress. Everything from fatigue and hot flashes to sexual dysfunction and depression.
We need more research to better understand how we can make quality of life better for women who are surviving breast cancer.
It's the part of breast cancer we don't talk about, but maybe we should.
During treatment, people have a plan, and they're just doing everything they can to get through it, but it's after treatment with the now what? And it's the silent suffering and the silent worrying that a lot of times brings people into my office.
Kelly Grosslogs is a psychotherapist who specializes with cancer patients. She says women often struggle with body image or intimacy issues and fear.
Treating the emotions over this, or treating your fear over this, or working through your fear of recurrence, or working through whatever it may be, is just as important as the chemotherapy may be. Because if the mind is not healthy, the body's not going to be healthy.
Kelly encourages survivors not to compare themselves to others or put their healing on a timeline. But most of all, she says, don't be ashamed and talk to someone.
You don't feel yourself.
Lynn did talk to a therapist and not only dealt with those dark thoughts, but was diagnosed as ADD, something she feels she's lived with a long time, but wasn't detected until her symptoms were amplified by the cancer treatments.
What is the most exciting thing for me is that there are dreams that I've let go of that I'm going after again.
That includes becoming a teacher and cleaning up her studio to get back to her art.
I started in watercolor.
More important, Lynn is going back not to the farm or where her family is,
He's a good boy.
but to that place inside herself where happiness lives.
I have a whole new life, and I'm grateful. Let's go, bud.
Lynn did her first race for the cure in 2008, just weeks after being diagnosed. Today, she made it 4 in a row. As for research on survivors, Dr. Haddad is currently conducting a study on quality of life. It involves women who face early menopause because of chemotherapy. We do have more information about survivorship on care11.com. Just click on News and then Extras.